So the whole process we're going to do today is make almond tulip cups. We're going to make pineapple ice, and we're going to make a dessert that's very nice, very light, and very spring-esque. So this is the final product that we're going to make, and we're going to go through every step today, and I'll show you exactly how to make each component. Okay, so today we're going to make almond tulip cups, but we're not going to make them almond because we don't want to worry about anybody having any allergy issues. So they're just going to be plain tulip cups. However, I still call them the almond tulip cups. The first step is you're going to get a cookie sheet. Hopefully try to get the newest one you can, and try to make sure that it's a solid, good grade, thick one. You're going to take a dessert plate, put it upside down, take a regular number 2 pencil, and you're going to make a circle around the plate. This is going to be your guideline, and you're going to do that twice. Once there, and once here. This is going to be your guide for when you make your batter and put down your almond tulip cup, or on your put down your twirl. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to take that put it into your preheated oven. You want your oven to be at 375 degrees on a convection mode. Okay, that's it. All right. In order to make our batter for our almond tulip cup, it is equal amounts. So I have a half a cup of sugar, a half a cup of egg whites, and a half a cup of all-purpose flour. So all I'm going to do is put all 3 of them into one container, and I'm going to mix that up. It's very simple and easy to do, and it's going to make, I really don't know what to call it. It's a batter, but it's kind of a thick batter. It's very goopy, very sticky, but it's also extremely easy to make. It's a little bit like glue. And that's the consistency that we're looking for. Okay, so I have preheated my oven, and I put my sheet tray in there. I put a sheet tray in there that's a good quality, thick grade sheet tray, and I got one that's nice and flat. In a commercial kitchen, you'll see a lot of sheet trays are all beat up. You want to make sure you get one that's flat. Okay, so it's been about 3 minutes. I'm going to take them out of the oven. Again, upside down on my sheet tray. Quickly, I'm going to come over and I'm going to use my spatula, and I'm going to get them off as fast as I possibly can. I'm going to put them upside down on the cup. I'm going to put another cup on top. And I'm going to come back with this one. Oh, that one kind of broke a little bit. That's okay. We'll spin it. Now, my hands are accustomed to handling hot things. Your hands might not be ready for this. You might want to get some gloves and make sure that you're ready to handle it. They're going to be hot. You only have a couple of seconds to work with them. Once they get cold, they start to get brittle. In the event it is a total mess and it falls apart, and you can always put it back on the sheet tray, pop it back in the oven, and heat it back up and play it again. So just in the time that I was talking there, this has turned into a very lovely cup. Right now, you can, normally I call this the almond tulip cup, because what I will do is I will take roasted, blanched almonds, and when it's on the batter, when it's laying flat before I put it in the oven, I sprinkle those around the outside. If you've ever roasted almonds, it only takes a minute or 2, and it works out perfectly with this, right? You have to also be very careful. You cannot build this dessert too early. If you try to put the stuff in early, what'll happen is, because this is very brittle, it will break and fall apart. Right, and here's our second cup right there. This one's a little smaller. We had a little problem with it, but you can see just how brittle they are. They fall apart easily. Okay. Good. We've made our almond tulip cup. We've made our pineapple ice. That is in the freezer, and we're going to pull that out in a second. What I've done is I put a little dollop of whipped cream on the plate, because what I've learned is if you don't have the dollop whipped cream on the plate, when you put it on, it slides. So when your waitstaff goes to take it out to the dining room, if they stop short, it slides right off, and then you have an issue. So you can use that like glue to kind of hold the almond tulip cup in place. And as I said earlier, you want to make sure that you make these as close to service time as possible, because they will disintegrate and fall apart. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our strawberries, which I've washed the strawberries and the blackberries, and I want to show people that when you pop this open, I'll flip it upside down, there are holes all around the outside. This can be used as a strainer. You run your cold water through there, and the water goes through and it goes right out of the container. That's why it's designed that way. Okay, so we washed both the blackberries and the strawberries. What I'm going to simply do is I'm going to score my strawberry. I'm cutting through all the way to the cutting board, but not through the green part. The green part is going to be used as a bit of a garnish. And all I'm doing is I'm cutting little strips. And I'm going to take my thumb, I'm going to push down, and it makes a nice little fan. Makes it look all pretty like me. Okay, and do this with all 3 of our strawberries. It only takes a second to do. They look very nice. Okay, so we'll take our almond tulip cup and we'll stick it with our whipped cream onto our plate. I'll get the sorbet out of the freezer. And the last time that I turned it around, like I said, every 30 minutes for 2 hours, you want to stir it around so it'll become more of a sorbet. And I've taken the liberty of making it into little tiny balls. And then I can take my strawberries and I can put one. Actually, I don't like that one. That one's kind of big. I'll put this one here. Maybe I'll slide this back a little bit and I'll put that one right on the plate itself. This one can go over here. And these guys can go boom, 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 boom. Try to mix them up a little bit. But put a couple on the plate too. All right. And that is your dessert. Fresh and nice for the springtime.